This is a video of the London Marathon route through Canary Wharf. It starts about 16.5 miles here as we come down West Ferry Road, turn left into East Ferry Road. The ferry they're referring to there used to go across the River Thames where the Greenwich Foot Tunnel now is. So we're now going north up East Ferry Road past Mud Chute Park. This area of London is known as Millwall, which gave its name to the football team, although the football team moved south of the river. The name Mud Chute, which is the name of the DLR station coming up on the left, I believe is a relatively new invention for when they installed the DLR in the 80s. And the whole area is kind of named after the Millwall docks. So that's the Mud Chute station, and this is about the 17-mile mark in the marathon. So this section is slightly uphill, nothing significant. Nowadays there's good crowds up this way. It used to be fairly desolate in the 1980s. There's an Asda store, which we'll just might glimpse on the right here, which is the first supermarket where I saw barcodes being used this was in the 1980s. That store was one of the first things on the Isle of Dogs when they started to redevelop it. One of the first new things, I should say. When we get to the top of this road, we're going to turn left into a road called Marsh Wall. So then we'll be going more or less west. And the reason I did this video is whenever I've run the London Marathon I get very disoriented because around Canary Wharf, as you'll find out, the route keeps snaking left and right and north and south. It seems like it goes on forever. Also, because it's at the between 18 and 20 miles, I'm always very tired. Okay, so we're turning left now into Marsh Wall. As you can tell by all the tall buildings, we're now approaching the heart of the Docklands new developments. So more or less here or hereabouts is the 18-mile mark, and this is where it starts to get very wiggly. It's also where the crowds start to get absolutely massive, because this is the point where you can watch both loops of the race from the same point. So the 15-mile mark is on the left, and the 18-mile mark is the one we're on. Now, I had to go around the roundabout, but during the race, obviously you won't. But you do a sharp right here into Heron Quay, and I had to get off the bike here to get past the barrier, but obviously that won't be there on race day. So we're now headed east. And the bridge that we're going to go under is the DLR bridge. Between South Quay and Canary Wharf. There's a little wiggle round to the right and then left here. And at the end of this road, which is now called Bank Street, we turn left into Lower Bank Street. This is Lower Bank Street. We're going north now, and that's Canary Wharf Jubilee Line station on the left, and then when we get to the next set of lights, we'll be turning left into the road called the South Colonnade. And the big building on the right, or the bottom of it, that is the original tower of Canary Wharf, which is officially known as 1 Canada Square or something, I think. So we're going west now. We're going to go back under the DLR. And then Cabot Square is coming up, but I think the race turns sharp right just before it here. Don't tell anybody, but that was a one-way street. I'm going down the wrong way. That's my dedication, to get the route filmed properly. Okay, so now we're going east again, once again under the DLR, and this road is known as the North Colonnade. So the Canary Wharf main tower is on our right. If you were to look left here, you can see West India Quay. Sorry, forgot to say we've just gone past the 19-mile mark. And we're kind of heading towards the exit of the Canary Wharf complex. So down the left here, we're heading across a bridge over the Blackwall Basin. Billingsgate Market is on your left here. Nicely downhill this bit. You don't have to go around the roundabout. And we are about to go under a kind of big dual carriageway called Aspen Way, which becomes the Limehouse Link Tunnel. But we go kind of round the roundabout, straight across the other side, and then turn left into Poplar High Street, which is back to being the kind of old East End of London. Here we are, we're back into, we've turned into Poplar High Street, so we're now heading west for the pretty much the rest of the race now. So more or less here is the 20-mile mark, which always makes me feel better when I reach it, because then I think, it's only 10k to go. So at the end of Poplar High Street there's a funny little jiggly bit to get us onto the West India Dock Road. So I think it goes down this way. And this will be where I stop filming, because from here it just goes along the West India Dock Road and then heads down towards the highway again. And that's the end of the video.